What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Whitney's World podcast. I'm your host, Whitney Morgan, and I am so thankful that you are tuning in today wherever you're at on this planet. Thank you so much for tuning in. It literally means the world to me. So, officially, I'm on YouTube. This is my third consecutive week that I will be on YouTube, video, and my audio linked together to give you guys the best show I possibly can. So thank you guys so much. If you're not listening on YouTube, feel free to head over to YouTube, Whitney's World Podcast, where you can watch the video also and see me talk instead of just audio. Comment on my YouTube channel, guys. I really want to hear from you what you take away from this message. In my journey of doing this is really to just get a message of light and love out into the world. And I also, by teaching this and speaking about this, I learn. So I really want to just portray a message that if there's just one thing that you can take, that is amazing. Every day, we are on this planet trying to figure out so many things, trying to go about our lives, doing so many things that we get caught up in forgetting. And, it is hard to remember to do just one thing every day. But what I will say is if you are on this path of self-love, finding yourself, your journey of healing yourself, whatever's going on, whatever path you're on this path, or I don't believe you'd be listening to my podcast, but you're on this path. And if you just do one thing a day, it is going to change your life tremendously, because once you do that one thing, you start to create a habit. And then in that habit, you can start to do something else. And so you transform. You are literally transcending who you are, and you're learning and you're growing and you're evolving. And I really believe that that is why we are here on this earth, is to grow and to evolve into the best version of ourselves possible. So I want to tell you guys, I have been dealing with a health thing this past week, and even when I recorded last week, I was dealing with it. But I have really struggled, in the entrepreneurial world, and the way we're raised to not take time off, to not take time for ourselves, to not let our bodies and our minds heal. And so when this health thing happened, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take this time and I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to tune into my body. I'm not going to stress over the fact that I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling down. I don't have the amount of energy I want to have with just everything I'm trying to do. And I really wanted to just take the time to chill, relax, and let my body heal. And so I did that. And, during this week of doing that, I feel like I learned a lot. I really feel like I was able to tune into my body more, appreciate my body more, and appreciate this time that I needed to allow my body to relax and heal. And again, it's hard to do, but now that I'm on this spiritual journey, and I'm really, on this path of trying to find my purpose and my place in this world, it's very powerful how just changing your perspective and realizing okay, I'm sick. I need to let my body heal, and I'm going to do that. Changing your perspective instead of I don't have time to be sick. I can't do this. This isn't fair. I don't know why this is happening to me. Just changing your perspective into maybe I can take this time to relax, to learn something, to let my body heal, instead of stressing yourself out more because you're actually sick. And now you're stressed that you're sick, and it's going to slow your healing process down even more. And so I just challenge you, if you are sick or there's something going on in your body, just take time for yourself. Relax, read books, take baths, drink a lot of water, drink tea, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to just have time and really tune in with yourself. I think that is so important. So today, the message and what we're going to talk about is self-love. I'm going to give you 5 steps to self-love, things that I've been doing personally, things that have helped me tremendously on my path of self-love, because self-love is hard. It is difficult. Self-love is something we are not taught, and it is something that is, I believe, the most important part on our human journey, for real. Because this is the thing. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone. Like, it doesn't work like that. If you don't love yourself unconditionally, I do not believe that you can love others unconditionally. You're always going to struggle with finding like your happiness. And if you don't love yourself, you can't be happy. I mean, how do you love yourself or be happy if you don't love yourself? You can't. It's like, it's not a thing. So I want to really talk about that because, with me being sick, I really feel like I tapped into another level of self-love, and it is amazing. It's literally so important. Step 1, stop criticizing yourself. I know that it is very hard to not criticize yourself. You can literally, for the rest of your life, go down a hamster wheel of criticizing yourself, not being enough, not having enough, not doing enough, all the things. You can just continue to get on that hamster wheel in your mind where you literally criticize everything. Nothing's good enough. You're not good enough. The world's not good enough. Everyone's out to get you, all these things. But I am here to tell you to stop doing that. And it is the utmost important in your life and your journey that you are okay with who you are, exactly how you are. But you have to realize that you can change. So even if you just decide, you know what, today I'm going to stop criticizing myself. I'm going to love myself unconditionally. I'm going to start practicing and working. You going down that path, you have to realize that you're going to change naturally, and change is going to happen, and change is always happening. We are in a universe that is always expanding. Therefore, we are always changing and we are always adapting. So just remember to accept yourself exactly as you are and be open to change, and realize that you can change and you will change and you will be better every single day. Your thoughts are so powerful, and we can change our thoughts that we have to loving thoughts. I love myself. I love my family. I love my dogs. I love my car. I love my job. Whatever you love, start to, instead of criticizing yourself, start to give yourself love. Start to show yourself love. Okay, that is the key. And I think that is so important. So important. Okay, stop criticizing yourself. Step 2, don't scare yourself. Okay, this is huge. When I heard this, I was like, this is magic. This is literally yes, 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 yes. Because we live in a world where our world, the Western world, is fear-based, right? The news is fear. Everything we're raised with is fear. Go to school, get a job, blah, 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 pay your bills. Our whole life is just programmed to teach us to live in fear. So stop terrorizing yourself with scary thoughts. Okay, it's not helping you. It's making things worse. You need to be there for yourself. You need to create a safe place in your mind and stop giving yourself these scary thoughts, because what it's doing is literally creating the worst case scenario in your life. Literally, that's what it's doing. And your frightening thoughts are affirmations. So what you think and how you literally think throughout your life is creating your reality. So if you have a habit of scaring yourself with scary thoughts of whatever that is, lack, fear, shame, anything like that, a tool that can help you is to create a vision in your mind of something that brings you peace. So this could be a person, this could be your children, this could be a sunset, the mountains, it could be literally anything. It could be you stargazing at night. And what you want to do is when your mind starts to trigger you with scary thoughts, you say, nope, change. And you change your mind to the sunset. You change your mind to something that brings you happiness and peace. And this is going to start to retrain your subconscious mind, because it's going to start telling yourself, I don't actually want to think that. I want to think about this. I want to change the neural pathways in my mind, and I want to create something different. But if you don't interrupt that cycle of those scary thoughts and you don't replace it with something, you're going to keep thinking, and you're on that hamster wheel of fear, scarcity, whatever it is. Okay. So change your mind, because you are in control. And it does take practice, but it works. And when you're doing this, you're literally breaking the habit. Okay. You're literally interrupting the scary thoughts, and you are changing it with something that brings you happiness and peace and joy. And you can start to change your reality to see good instead of scary. Okay. Step 3, be gentle, kind, and patient with yourself. Patience is something that I'm learning. I'm sure you guys are too. Patience is hard. I will say I've not been a patient person in my life, and I'm definitely learning to become patient. And honestly, the more that I become patient, I feel like the better life gets. It's just kind of cool to sit back and be like, okay, well, I know that it's going to happen. It might not happen the way I want it to exactly, but I'm just going to be patient. I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm evolving. I know I'm growing. I know I'm trying my hardest. And in that, there is so much peace, and there is a level of like relaxation that comes to you, because you just realize you don't want to rush anything anymore. You want things to come to you when it's supposed to, when it's meant to be. And when it does that, and these things do happen to you when they're meant to be, it makes it so much more amazing. So being gentle and kind and patient. The analogy I like to give with this is your life is like a garden. So what seeds are you planting in your garden? And what flowers do you want to bloom in your garden? And your flowers are your thoughts. So it's very important that you are starting to really plant seeds in your subconscious of what you want to bloom. And if you're planting seeds of negativity and hatred, self-hatred, all these things, you're going to start to grow weeds in your garden. Okay. But we want to grow flowers. So we want to start planting seeds of love, joy, abundance, whatever you want in your life, a new career, a new job, and you are going to start to plant those seeds in your garden, and you're going to tend to them every day. You're going to water them, even though they haven't sprouted yet. You know it's coming. That's where the patience comes in. You know it's going to happen. You're not stressed. It's going to happen. You know you're going to start to see the little buds come up, the little plants start to grow up. But if you see a weed and you start to get a negative thought, pull that out immediately. Don't let that be in your garden. Get that out. You want those weeds out, the negativity out. We only want beautiful pink and orange and red and purple flowers in our garden, maybe some squash, anything you want, okay? But you have to really start to pay attention to your thoughts, because your thoughts are what is programming your life. And once you start to reprogram your life and you start to change your mind when you get negative thoughts, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. Okay. You plant the seeds in your subconscious mind, and you tend to them and you watch them grow. We are nature, and we are meant to learn from nature. Nature grows. Nature is not out there stressed about when the flower's going to bloom and what day and when it's going to happen. It just is a flower. It knows it's going to bloom. and it just relaxes. It just is. It has this knowing that eventually, soon, it's going to become a beautiful flower, and it's going to feed the circle of life. The bees are going to come to the flower. Everyone is going to work in harmony. They're all going to take care of each other and become the circle of life. So just think about it like that. When you are tending to your garden in your mind, just have ease, just relax, just know, be kind to your mind, and know that it takes time, but eventually you're going to have a beautiful garden in your mind, a beautiful life that is going to evolve and is going to come into your reality because you are being conscious, because you are starting to grow a garden of beauty, and you're starting to pick out that negativity, that self-hatred, the self-doubt, any type of trash in your garden, it's got to go. Those weeds, absolutely not. Not in this garden. We're creating a new garden, a beautiful garden, and we don't have time for that. Okay? So just remember that. And if you are on the path and you're wondering, how do I love myself? How do I do this? You're already on the path. So just keep remembering and keep knowing that on your path to self-love, more and more will be shown to you. You know, I've said this in my past, and I'm very serious about this, that when you seek, you find. So when you start to seek, how do I love myself? Just trust that the right things will come along your path to show you, and it will happen. And, you know, just take one step at a time. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. So many of us, to include myself, sometimes it's something I'm working on, we are trapped in this level of perfection. We are trapped in this, we have to be perfect, and everything has to be perfect because their show's perfect and this is perfect and that person's perfect and everything else is perfect but me, so I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. It's okay. You don't need to be perfect. What you need to do is learn that as you learn, you grow. And that's what the point of all of this is. You learn and you make mistakes. You don't make mistakes. Things work out. Everything's great and dandy. You're learning, you're growing, you are evolving in the person you're meant to be. And also, learning takes time. So don't get wrapped up in the fact that you feel like you need to be perfect to do what you're being called to do. You just need to do it, and it's okay. And everything will work out just as it's meant to work out for you. So don't get caught up in the trap that you need to be perfect to start something. You don't. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. I'm learning. I'm growing. I recorded last week and I learned, I was looking at the screen in my camera. I have the camera and then I have a screen of me right here. I learned I was looking in that way too much. So now this week, I'm trying to focus more on my camera lens and look directly at you because I'm learning and I'm growing. And that's the beauty. It's not that I'm perfect. It's not that you have to be perfect. All you have to do is try. And when you try, you learn and you grow. And that is the beauty. And that's what we need to focus on. I was a cheerleader. So we clap. This is a clap when you put your hands straight up and you clap them together. A clasp is when you close your hands in a fist. Okay. So I want you to take your hands and just clasp your hands together. Notice what thumb's on top. Okay. Now switch it. It feels weird. It might feel wrong. It might feel like a little uncomfortable, right? Because you really want to clasp your hands like this. So when you switch it, it feels different. You know, it's not right to you. But now just go back and forth, back and forth. Now it's feeling better. It's feeling a little bit more natural. It's feeling okay. And that is the point of being gentle and kind and just trying things, okay? Just try things. Don't get wrapped up in the fact that, you know, you try and it's weird and now you're not going to do it again. Just keep trying, keep going, keep changing. Everything's going to work out for you just as it should. Every day, focus on loving yourself a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then what happens is within 2 to 3 months, you will have massive amounts of self-love because you've been giving yourself a little bit more every single day. And what I can say is if you're struggling with self-love, you really need to start reading self-help books for real. Like 100%, you need to start reading self-help books. I will say that ever since I started reading self-help books, my life is completely changing and transforming. And so many people have very similar stories. And the amount of knowledge and wisdom you get from self-help books is crazy, but there's, I feel like there's a lot of the same stories, well, different stories, but like similar situations, debt, feeling lost, not knowing what's happening, all these things. And then these people just hire coaches, start reading, start evolving, and then they're literally superhumans. It's crazy. So if you're struggling with self-help, DM me, comment below. I will send you guys some of my favorite self-help books that help me, and I read every single day. I read every day. Okay? So just a little tip. Number 4 is be kind to your mind. Self-hatred is only having thoughts of hating yourself. That's it. That's all self-hatred is. It's just thoughts in your mind telling you how much you hate yourself. So change your thoughts. You deserve love. You breathe on this planet because you exist. You deserve to breathe, and you deserve to be loved, to feel love, to have love. And you have to cultivate that within you. You have to cultivate that within yourself. You have to find a way to love yourself. And the way to do that is when you have self-hating thoughts, change that. I love myself. Just start affirming something else. Okay. Get some affirmations, put on a YouTube of affirmations, just start to repeat that stuff. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, it works. It's what I've been doing since I was like 22, and it's literally why I'm here today, is from affirming. But I definitely have had a lot of self-hatred thoughts, and I've had to reprogram. I'm still reprogramming my subconscious mind, and every day it gets easier and easier and better and better. But you have to focus. You really have to focus. You deserve to be the best version of yourself, and you deserve to have the life that you want. And everyone wants a different life than you. So don't get caught up in, what they want. Is it what I want? You go get what you want. And it starts with your mind, training your mind, focusing on your thoughts, focusing on what's coming in. If it's negative, change it and move it out. Doing affirmations every single day literally builds you up instead of beating yourself up. So like I said, go on YouTube. There's so many affirmations on there, 30 minutes long. Put that on while you get ready. If you are driving and something happens and you start having all of these insane thoughts and you start spiraling, put on some affirmations. There are so many. I'm telling you right now that affirmations, I do believe, are the key to, honestly, like retraining your subconscious mind. So don't let yourself continue to have self-hatred thoughts. You got to change it. You got to take control. You have to do it on your self-healing journey. It's very important. And then relaxation is essential. Relaxing and allowing yourself to just relax is so hard, especially in the Western world that we live in, where everything is go, go, go. Like, when you tell someone you're going to relax, I mean, I feel like we're coming to understand how important relaxation is now, but there are a lot of people that still won't and like will judge you for relaxing. So you don't need to tell anyone you're relaxing. You just do it and realize that relaxation is essential. It's literally essential. We cannot be on all the time. We have to let our body relax and just chill. We have to. When we don't relax and we are intense and frightened in our life, it literally cuts off the flow of energy that we need to manifest, that we need to keep going. So one way you can relax, which is my favorite, is to meditate. Now, I know I talk about meditation. I want to say that there is no wrong way or right way to meditate. However you meditate is perfect for you. So for me, I usually like sit down and light some candles, and I either do a guided meditation or I turn on like frequency music, and I just sit there and I quiet my mind, even if it's just 5 minutes. At any point that you get stressed, you can stop what you're doing, close your eyes, start to breathe. Breath is life. And slow your nervous system down. Regulate yourself. Just breathe in, relax, breathe out. And you will notice that when you close your eyes and you just start to breathe, your body literally will start to relax almost instantaneously. And, in the Western world, they make meditation like this mystical, old, traditional thing that only some people do. Like, no, meditation is so important. It's like prayer. It's the same thing. You're just sitting down, you're quieting your mind, and you're allowing your inner self to tell you what it needs to tell you. It's just allowing your inner self to speak to you, to let you know what it needs, to give you a message of something that you need to move forward. Like, there is no right or wrong way to meditate. It's just closing your eyes and becoming present with yourself. That's all it is. But that relaxation is so pivotal and important, and breathing in the meditation is so important. And that is going to help you in your self-love journey, is to just become present with yourself. And if it's going to be hard at first, but you will start to have more peace, and you will be able to start meditating longer and longer. And even if it's 2 minutes, that 2 minutes can change your life. So definitely try meditating if you have not tried it. Also, a great practice when it comes to step 4, being kind to your mind, is visualizing. I recently just started doing some guided visualizations. I don't know why that word is so hard for me to say. And I'm telling you, like, affirmations is all about mindset and getting your mind right. But once you start to visualize, that is crazy. When you start to see your world different in your mind, it really changes things. So if you've never done a guided visualization, definitely try. Put something on for, you could do like guided visualization for self-concept, abundance, anything you want. Lucky girl, lucky guy syndrome. Like, they're like 10 minutes long. I do this in the morning when I wake up. Every morning I turn on one and I just visualize myself, and I literally see myself as a completely different version, and I know where I'm going. It sets me up for my day. Like, that's where I'm headed. I'm headed to that. So it's crazy though. Like, visualizing yourself and your life or whatever you need is extremely power, and everyone can do it. So if you are like, I can't visualize, yes, you can. 100% you can. You've been able to do it in your path. Like, at any point, you can always visualize something better for yourself. Okay. So be kind to your mind. That's step 4. Affirmations, visualize. Those things will change your life. I promise. Number 5. This is the last one. This is step 5 with self-love. Praise yourself and celebrate yourself. Literally, in everything you do. Once you start to celebrate and praise yourself, you are literally raising your vibration. You are literally bringing a level of energy through your body up to a higher frequency when you celebrate yourself, when you praise yourself, when you thank yourself, and you tell yourself how good you're doing. I'm so proud of you for going to the gym. I'm so happy and proud of you for eating that banana and not the junk fried food next to you. I'm so proud of you for not getting angry in traffic and just turning on affirmations. I'm so proud of you for not talking bad about that person. That should be celebrated. You are becoming the best version of yourself. So these things are just simple, minute changes we need to make to elevate us and to get us on a higher frequency so we can really manifest our abundance and manifest the lives that we want. In this praising and celebrating yourself, I know that sometimes it can be hard because we don't feel like we deserve it. That could come from childhood. That could come from the way you were raised. That could come from an ex that was very mean to you and told you weren't worthy or whatever. Wherever that, if you're struggling with like not deserve, you don't feel like you deserve the life that you are trying to create. I'm telling you right now, you have to figure out where the thought came from, and then you have to change your thought. You are deserving. You are God's creation. You are on this earth to create the life that you want. And you have to realize that you are deserving of it. And you just simply have to change the way you think about yourself and the way that you feel. So, what belief is in the way of you really feeling like you deserve to celebrate and praise yourself? And you got to move through that. And you have to, again, retrain your subconscious mind and get all those weeds out of there because you do deserve it. And what do you have to live for? Like, literally, what's the purpose of your life? What do you believe in? And what are you willing to do to get the life you deserve? Are you willing to do affirmations, visualize, change your thought process, change the thought patterns? Are you willing to forgive people? Are you willing to forgive yourself? Are you willing to let go of all that so you can transcend into a better version of yourself? Are you willing to meditate? Are you willing to just try? Are you willing to just give yourself 5 minutes to see what could happen in your life? What are you willing to give to change your life? For me, I'm willing to give everything for the most part. I'm really willing to change myself from the inside out, doing everything I can, taking what I like, leaving the rest, listening, learning, reading, evolving, growing, trying again, trying again. And what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to look in the mirror every day and tell yourself how beautiful you are, how strong you are, how glorious you are, how perfect your body is, that it works, that you have limbs, that you have legs and arms and eyes and ears and taste? Like, are you willing to look in the mirror and start to do some mirror work and just give yourself love? Like, what are you willing to do so that you can create the life that you want and that you're deserving of? Start doing what makes you feel good. If you are around people or you are in a situation that doesn't make you feel good, don't continue to do that. It's okay to say no. It's okay to stop things. It's okay to let go. It's okay to move on. So if you are in a place where you don't really feel good. Like, I've been in that. I've been in a place where I don't feel good about anything. I don't feel good about who I am. I don't feel good about the choices I'm making. I don't feel good about the things I'm doing. And you have to be willing to look in the mirror and change all of that. You have to. It is the only way that you can really change is by looking in the mirror and changing the person you see every day, little by little. Just focus on one thing to get better every single day, and start doing things that make you feel good, whether that's going on a walk, whether that's working out, whether that's eating chocolate cake, whether that is, I don't know, going on a juice cleanse, anything it is, whether that's stop smoking, stop drinking, stop partying so much. Like, whatever it is, you have to start doing things that make you feel good. Take baths, get in nature, pet your dogs, drink some tea, watch new videos, read a book. Like, there's so many things that can make you feel good, and you just have to start focusing on that. Maybe it's painting, maybe it's writing a book yourself. Whatever it is, start doing things that make you feel good and stop doing things that make you feel like trash. It's that simple. Start paying attention to what gives you chills and what speaks to you. That's really, really simple. Just start paying attention to things that light you up and follow your heart and tune in with yourself. Release whatever is in your life with love and let that go. And when you do release these things and you genuinely let them go, you are actually making space for new. But when you're holding on to things and you are, holding on to it and it's not meant for you, but you're just holding on to it so tight because, you're hurt or you're whatever it is. If you're holding on to that, you don't have the space to let go and open up to let new come in. So stop holding on to things, release what you need to release, let go of it, move out from that, and allow space in your life to open up so that you can receive a new life and new experiences and new friends and new all the things. Like, just release the old and let the new come to you. I'm going to leave it with this. This is, if I've heard of, or I've talked of Dr. Joe Dispenza before. If you've never heard of him, you guys should absolutely listen to some of his YouTubes and all of that. He's taught me so many things, but I'm going to leave it with this. This is a quote from him. He talks about this. The brain is a record of the past. Thoughts are the language of the brain. Feelings are the language of the body. How I think and how I feel are my state of being. So basically, the brain is a record of the past. It's trying to bring the past to you constantly. That's why we have to reprogram it so that we can change our thoughts, because the thoughts that we have are the language of the brain. So if we have thoughts of our past, we can't create new thoughts for a better future. So we have to retrain our thoughts so that we can give a new language to the brain. And then our feelings, the way we feel, are the language of the body. So we need to elevate the way we feel so we can feel better and so that we can create new harmony within our body. But if we're in the past, we don't have the best feelings. So when we shift that and change our brain waves and we change our thoughts, then we can change the language of our body. Then we can think and feel in a new state of being. So I hope that makes sense. Stay conscious, y'all. Try hard to have the best thoughts you can and create the best feelings in your body possible. I love you guys very much. Please comment below on my YouTube channel for one thing from this message that really hit home for you. I would love to hear from you guys. I, again, work very hard to bring you guys the best message I can every week, every Wednesday. So please engage, comment, subscribe, like, follow me on socials. Let's connect. I would love to hear from you guys. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you so, so, so much. I'll see you guys next week. As always, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. I love you.